Okay, so y'all know that I said I would try my best to be transparent about what I'm going through, what I've been through, and all that good stuff. And so I wanted to talk about when you're dealing with an emotionally unavailable person. When it comes to dating, when it comes to liking somebody, when it comes to whatever. Okay. I was talking to a friend, and she was telling me that, God has given us choices, right? We have free will. So, even though somebody might be, I guess, your husband, they still have the choice in whether or not they choose you. And so, we had some differences in opinions about that or whatever. But I agreed with, what she felt, in that, which was, I do believe that people do have free will. People do have the choice to choose or whatever. And I have heard some testimonies, based upon that, what she was saying or whatever. Anyways, I'm still seeking God on that answer. I am leaning towards, hey, she's probably right. But either way, that's not here nor there. The point that I want to make, I guess, is just more so talking about and dealing with people who you like, who are emotionally unavailable. And so I'll just use myself as an example. I have allowed myself to like somebody, and this guy is a great person, great personality, loves the Lord, beautiful heart, really, really great guy. But I don't know, I'm not sure if men can tell too, but as women, I feel like sometimes we can tell when a guy is his heart is not really all in it or whatever. And so while dealing with this dude, I could tell that he was very much attracted to me, but I could also tell that I could tell that he was not, his heart wasn't all in it, and there was some either hesitation, or there was just, there was something missing, something was off or whatever. And so, here I find myself in a complicated situation or whatever. And, at the end of the day, this dude, he knows where I am in my life. He knows where I am in my life. And this dude knows where I am in my life. I'm not just out here just dating just to date. I'm not trying to just, screw around or like that. My intentions at this point in my life is to be married eventually. So, he knows that or whatever. So anyways, like I said, I could tell that he basically is emotionally unavailable. He has expressed to me that he has feelings for me or whatever. But once again, in the gut area, I could just feel like there was just something off. And he has also expressed that, hey, I am going through some stuff right now, so, doesn't make any sense to kind of pull me into his, delve into a new relationship, and he still is not ready or not equipped to really, I guess, be serious or do what he's supposed to do, with me or whatever, which I respect that, because a lot of guys, they're not like that, and I definitely give him props for even doing that, but at the end of the day, type person I am, that should be a given. Like, I feel like, although, it isn't the norm, it is not the norm for guys to do that, but that does not give anybody an excuse to not do it or to not communicate. Like, I feel like you don't get a cookie for doing what you're supposed to do. Like, you're supposed to do that. You're supposed to communicate. Like, you're supposed to not lead people on. That's the right thing to do. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, like I said, got into this situation with this dude, and once again, there's clear attraction, but it's his intentions are kind of misleading for me, and so it has gotten to the point where I've gotten frustrated because I'm like, you know what, if you're gonna tell me that you have feelings for me, and you also express that, hey, you are dealing with some things, but you're happy that I feel the same way about you or whatever, or that I feel the same way that you feel about me or whatever, then I feel like there should be some common courtesy in how we deal with each other. That's just my standard. He doesn't necessarily have to comply. He is a grown man. He has his own life. He can choose to comply or not comply. But for where I am in my life, I do believe that, when you're embarking on relationships, I don't care what it is, friendship or romantic, I do feel like there are certain standards and certain foundations that build trust, that build, a strong bond. And, if you don't care enough to do certain things, then it can really make the relationship rocky and not on a solid foundation. That's just my opinion. And one of the things that's really important for a relationship is communication. And communication is something that he sucks at. And he really sucks at communication. And so if you can't communicate well, if you can't really, like, for instance, if I text you and you don't text me back, like, if it's not, like, this is how I feel. If you tell a girl, if you tell me that you have feelings for me and, all that good stuff, and if I text you and there's no sense of urgency for you to text me back, that shows me that you don't have, it doesn't bother you. This is how I feel like, oh, Nina just texted me. Let me text her back so she knows that I care. But if you don't text me back, in my mind, I don't care enough about what Nina thinks. So I want her, like, I feel like a dude who really wants a dude that really wants a girl's attention, he's not going to want to ignore her, because he doesn't want her to feel like he doesn't like her, or he doesn't care about her, or he isn't interested. When you ignore people, naturally, that comes across like you don't care how they feel about you ignoring them or whatever. You don't care if they start to think that you're not interested. Like, for me, if I ignore a dude, I don't care if he thinks I'm interested or not. I don't care. Like, I don't like you like that. So it's the same thing. If you don't care enough to text somebody back, then you're kind of putting it out there, putting that energy out there that I don't care if you think I'm interested or not. Like, it is what it is. Like, if you start to feel like I'm not interested in you, it doesn't bother me. It doesn't give me any sense of like, oh, dang, I don't want her to think I don't care about her. Like, I actually want her to know. So let me text her back, or there has to be some type of sense of like urgency or courtesy or respect for that person to be like, all right, like I want her to know that I do care. I don't want her attention to go somewhere else, because if she starts to think that I don't care, she's gonna move on. So me personally, I feel like if you like somebody, you're gonna want them to stay interested in you. And the fact that, once again, he has done that to me, that's something that's just not okay. Not okay. And like I said, once again, he doesn't have to comply. He's a grown man. But the point that I want to get to is, I still have the choice to say, I want to deal with this or I don't want to deal with this. And personally, I choose not to deal with it. I know what I want. I know where I am. I know what I want. I know that I want somebody that is emotionally available. I want someone to care about texting me back. I don't want somebody that's going to just not text me back at all, not respond to my text messages. I want somebody that actually picks up the phone and, takes it upon themselves to call me first, to try to get to know me. You know what I'm saying? I want that. And if this person is not wanting to do that, I don't want to waste my time with that person. It doesn't mean that I don't care for the guy or I don't like him, but I personally don't have to deal with that. Like, I don't, and I feel like a lot of times as women, we find a great guy, or we find a guy that, he is a great guy, right? But, he's not emotionally available. And what we do is we stay or we deal with it, and we're not teaching the guy how to respect us. Now, in my opinion, I feel like you shouldn't have to do all that. If I got to teach you how to respect me, that's a problem, number one. If I got to teach you how to respect me, that's a problem, because I think that you should just have the common courtesy to respect people. Me personally, like I said in the beginning of the video, I don't care who you are, whether you're my friend or you're romantic. I don't like being ignored. I don't like being ignored. I've never liked being ignored. If I text you, I expect a text back. To me, that's common courtesy. That's respect. So that's just me. Some folks don't care. Now, I'm not saying that I'm this way with everybody, but most people who I'm close to, if you don't text me back, I don't appreciate that. That's a problem for me. So, either way, if I don't like it on a friendship level, I'm definitely not going to like it on a romantic level and a more serious level. So that's just what I want to convey to anybody who's dealing with somebody who's emotionally unavailable. I feel like take your choice back. Take your power back. Like, at the end of the day, you can choose to wait. If you feel like God is telling you that this is the person that you are supposed to be with, then hey, then be patient and pray for that person, but don't allow yourself to be consumed with that person. But if God hasn't really said anything to you, and you're just kind of like on the whim of waiting on them, you don't have to wait. And once again, like I said, you're a grown person. You can do that if you want to stick it through, and if you want to be patient and whatever, then hey, by all means, you're welcome to do that. But you're also not wrong if you choose to not wait. You're not a bad person if you choose to say, you know what? I think this person is a great person, but personally, where I am in my life, that's not what I want. And I don't think I have to deal with that, and I can choose to keep living my life. And if that person who is emotionally available gets it in their mind that, wow, okay, this person is really like who I really want to be with, and I kind of got myself together or whatever, and they come back to you or whatever, and you are willing to move forward with them, then hey, by all means, I hope you guys make it. You know what I'm saying? I hope you guys can get it together. But you may not be available. That person may have missed out their chance. And that's the risk that emotionally available person takes. If they see it as a risk, they may not even see it as a risk. But that's the risk. That's a potential risk that you take when you are an emotionally unavailable person, and you decide to sleep on somebody who is ready. And so for me, I made the decision to take my choice back, and for personal reasons. I've lived my life allowing people to make decisions for myself that I wasn't really comfortable with, and it was to my detriment, and it was also it didn't end up for the better. If anything, it just put me in a negative space, emotionally, and for me, it's just, to me, I don't find that to be a healthy relationship, to be in a one-sided relationship where you are the one that is pursuing and the other person is not. I just don't. I don't think that's healthy, and I don't think that's not healthy for me. It's not. So, not no love lost. Everything, it's all good, but I take my choice back. And I think that if that's where you are in your life, in your love life, and you feel like you're dealing with somebody who is emotionally unavailable, then take your choice back. You don't have to stay. You don't have to deal with that. Go get busy. Go work on projects that you want to do. Go out with your friends. Make new friends. Once again, you don't have to be in situations that ain't nobody chained, nobody took a gun to your head, nobody put no handcuffs on you. You're not chained to that person, so you don't have to stay, and you don't have to deal with that. Take your choice back. So that's all that I have. I hope I explained that okay. But yeah, I love you guys, and I hope y'all have a good day. Bye.